Hi everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video. Today I am playing with one of Megan Wisner-Quillenan's stencils, and it's the little hand set that she created. I think this is one of my favourites, and I'm going to use it to create a cutout. It's just going to be a simple hand cutout. So all I'm doing to start off with is drawing through the stencil. That's as easy as it is, through the stencil, drawing the hand shape, and then I am going to cut it out. So I'm going to use the small Dilutions cutting mat. It's this little pink one. And then I have got a new blade on my craft knife so that it's really easy to cut through. This craft cardstock is fabulous for cutout pages, but you do have to press on quite hard. It is quite thick, but it does create really stunning pages when you've finished. So you notice that I'm turning the book. I'm obviously not always very good at keeping my fingers out of the way, but I am very careful, and obviously this is sped up a little bit, so I don't actually work this fast in real life. I'd be like superhuman if I did. Yeah, so I'm having to go over it a few times in some places. I'm just being a little bit careful on these bits between the fingers because I don't want those to rip or not come out quite right, because it will spoil the look of the hand. And then I did keep the hand that was cut out, and we'll use that for something else. So then I'm going to go in and use some collage paper on the page. I guess I could have stuck this down first, but I was so excited to get the hand stencil out and have a play with it that I didn't really think that far ahead. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it? So I'm using some matte medium to stick this collage paper in place. I'm just kind of trimming it down so that it mostly fits, and then adding a bit more matte medium just so that it kind of melts into the page too. Because this craft cardstock is very thirsty. Okay, so once I've got some of those, I think this collage paper is from the Painted Marks set. And then I'm going to stick some on the pages behind as well, because this is going to be a little set of 3 pages that works together. Then once that's dry, I am then going to use some paint on the page, and this is sand, and I'm just adding some areas of paint on, not everywhere, trying not to put everywhere. Oh look, it's nearly all covered up. Can't just stop myself, can I? And then I am using, I think that's syrup, and I'm going over the top with this angled paint blobs stencil. So the syrup paint works really nicely on the craft pages. It's just a really harmonious colour combination. So I'm adding some stenciling onto the page that's left. You notice I've got a piece underneath because I don't want this to go through onto the page behind. And then I'm going in with some turquoise. So this is kind of my contrast colour really on this page. And I'm using this little group of dots on the things that grow, stencil and mask, and I think that works really nicely. So then I'm going to repeat the same process on the page behind so that they work together. It's a really pretty combination, isn't it? The syrup, the sand and turquoise work really nicely together. Okay, so then I'm just lining up the stencil underneath the page so that I can draw through. Now, I could... Yes, okay, I see what I was doing now. So now I'm stenciling through that using the sand. I was thinking I could have just drawn through it, but I wanted to stencil the paint through. Okay. Can't always remember what I've done when I come back to these videos to edit them. It's funny. So I've used some of the sand and some of the syrup and kind of blended them in the middle a little bit where they meet to create an almost ombre effect with the paint. There we go. So that should now show through from the page that we've just created when it's over the top. And then I'm adding the turquoise again. So I'm using the same colours, but just in a slightly different way. And then once that was dry, I'm then using a black gel pen and I'm going to outline that hand. So I'm not going for neat and careful, I'm kind of doing it sketchy. I'm going over it a couple of times. I quite like the way that that looks. When you have more than one line, it looks less deliberate and a little bit more artsy, I suppose. And then I'm starting to play by adding a bit of mark making on the page. So I'm going around some of the circles and then adding in some more with the gel pen. And then I'm adding some more doodling onto the hand as well. And next I'm using this little stamp set. It's like almost like a typewriter font. I found this on eBay many years ago. You can still get hold of things like this. They're really easy to find. And I am stamping some text onto this page using the black archival ink. So you won't be able to see that writing when the other page is closed over the top of it. And I'm just adding a heart onto the centre of that hand, using a glue stick to stick it down. And that really is about all for this page. So lots of fun creating a really simple cutout using that stencil from Megan Wisner-Quinlan. They are available in her Etsy shop. So thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And I hope to see you again soon.